today's toy spot, we are having a look at the brand new Playmates Toys WWE Nitro Sprints. Nitro Sprints along the same line as the Nitro machines that we already had a look at. This, however, is a revving up character and vehicle. You can see that it got Rock. Had to go with Rock. Why not? Gonna go with Rock. You know, Rock's my favorite wrestler. He does have a try me button just on the front there, which doesn't seem like it actually wants to try. I guess you would just rev it from the underside. I keep thinking that that's the button there. There's the little revving wheel on the underside. Now, essentially what you're doing is you're taking the character and you're revving them, and then you're putting them into the vehicle, and then he's going to propel the vehicle itself. The vehicle itself is slightly, well, it kind of looks similar to the Bull machine that we had to look at with the Nitro machines. Spin around the back of the package. The other ones available are John Cena with the Cenarator. You see what they did there. The Rock with the Bull Bruiser truck. Now this one's actually called a little bit different. Bull Bruiser truck. The Brock Lesnar with the Beast bike. And Undertaker with the Night Hearst. I'm actually surprised that they didn't carry over the same names as the ones from the Nitro machines. Collect all Nitro Sprint figures and vehicles so you can rev up and sprint. And a small read-up says WWE superstars take it to the streets in their WWE Nitro Sprints. Find out which souped-up supercar is the best as the action spills out of the ring and onto the road. Burn rubber with your favorite WWE superstars and see who comes out champion. To check out more from the folks over at Playmates Toys, head over to www.playmatestoys.com. And equally so, you can also head over to WWE.com as well. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, though, we're going to get a better look at the Nitro Sprints starring the most electrifying man in all of sports entertainment, The Rock. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. The Nitro Sprints will consist of two components. You have the wrestler itself, and then you have the vehicle that the wrestler will drive in. Let's have a look at the wrestler first. In this case, we got The Rock. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, Rock's got his microphone in hand. The tattoo work, I have to say, is a little bit better here on the Nitro Sprints version of Rock. As you can see, he does have head articulation. His basic black trunks and black boots and knee pads. Yes, he does have a giant wheel on the underside of him. That's what we're going to do to rev him up. And he's got a pair of smaller wheels on the back just for supports. So if you wind it, basically what it does, you're winding it up. It's so cool. You can see his little arms and little legs moving, which above, just all on its own, I think is pretty fun. Incorporating that into the vehicle is the added bonus, but I would almost just be doing this all the time, just to see a little Rock moving around. Woo-hoo! So there is The Rock in a nutshell. He probably could fit in a nutshell if it was a large enough nut. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to rev these. You rev them up like this, and again he wiggle, 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 wiggle. He moves his little legs and his arms. And essentially, he could really move on his own. But what you want to do is you want to move it in the car itself. Now, I guess if, well, looking at the packaging, it doesn't really indicate how specifically you do it. But it says rev, drop, and go. So I guess what you want to do, I don't know if you want to just rev it like this. And then just drop it in the vehicle, but that doesn't seem like it really wants to work all that well. Because there's not much clearance for the vehicle itself, that I guess if you wanted just to hold the vehicle and rev it this way, but it doesn't seem like it seems almost too complicated. Spots, how could you be so how could something be so complicated, Spot says, about something like this? Well, it just seems like if I rev it, let's see if we can give it the college try. Give it the college try. Rev, 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 rev. Okay, well, I guess that works, but you have to kind of quickly rush it. So rev it. Rev, 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 and put it in the vehicle. But by the time you get it to the vehicle, it almost seems like the vehicle is already, well, it's already slowing down the rock before you put it in there. Now there's a little peg or a little hole there, and there's a peg on the front of Rock's stomach. So really what it does do is it catches the steering wheel, and then it propels the vehicle. The vehicle is just a plastic shell, doesn't have any moving tires or anything like that. This would probably be a good instance. Let's see if I can actually bring the packaging in. I'm gonna try to do this. See, I'm holding now the sides of the vehicle. See, again, that doesn't really, let's try it. Let's give it one more try. One more try. And I said one more. Let's try one more. I guess if you were doing this on a floor, which sadly I am not, you could probably get enough revving while still in the vehicle for it to actually work. Revving it on its own, and I'm doing this on the packaging here, revving it on its own and then putting it in the vehicle, by the time it just seems like it gets into the vehicle, Rock is already tired out. He's basically worked out all day. He's ready to go home and take a nap. I'm not sold necessarily on these. I get what they're going with, but I feel like almost the fun is just the actual superstars themselves. I just like the fact that you can see little Rock's legs moving along with his arms. So my overall thoughts of Nitro Sprints, they're not bad, but I feel like the novelty is more here than it is here. Today's toy spot, though, we were having a look at the brand new Playmates toys. These were the Nitro Sprints. We're having a look at the most electrifying man. Oh! That didn't quite sound like The Rock. But we're having a look at the Brahma Bull, The Rock. And we're looking at his vehicle. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more toy spots heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.